Hello everyone. Today I got my brand new 22-inch Blackstone Griddle. I had a Blackstone 36-inch griddle for many years and I absolutely loved it. However, because of space, when I moved to my new house, I gave it to my son. But when I discovered that Blackstone had this 22-inch griddle, I just had to have it. I ordered it thanks to Todd Tobin. I got a 10% discount and Blackstone shipped this to me right away. Today what I'm going to do is show you guys how to season the grill. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off just by turning it on and we're going to burn off the factory oil. Now anytime somebody sends out anything with the steel tops, they're going to put their factory oil on it. You don't know where that factory oil's been, so I like to burn that off. Same thing I did when I seasoned my wok. So we're going to go ahead and fire this up. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this burn and we're going to let some of that smoke out. I'm not sure that you can see it on camera. However, the factory oil is just now starting to smoke. So I want to let that continue until that smoke clears so that I know that I'm starting with a fresh surface. It's been about 12 minutes and you can start to see how dark the griddle top is starting to get. That smoke is still burning off. We want to make sure that before we start the seasoning process, we want to make sure we get rid of all that factory oil. But it's starting to turn out very nice, and it's already starting to change colors. And what we're looking for is that nice deep black color that's going to make it just like a cast iron where it's non-stick. So. It's been about 15 minutes. It's still smoking, so we want to continue the process until that smoke stops. But it's, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's smoking all around the top. Okay, it's been a little over 20 minutes and the smoke has died down. It's not coming off as much as before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of paper towels. I'm going to wad them up into a ball. I have my tongs here in case it gets too hot. I can move it around with the tongs. But I'm going to pour a little bit of vegetable oil on and we're going to start giving it a wipe. Be very careful during this point because the griddle top is extremely hot, and make sure you cover everything. So you want all that oil on there and it's starting to smoke up. Don't forget your sides. You want all of it up there. All of that oil, just wipe it on. And you'll start to see some little marks on here. That's okay. I'm actually burning some of my paper towel, it's so hot. But we're gonna let the smoke out of that too for a little bit. The only thing I'm going to do is get some of those burnt paper towel out of there. Okay, that first initial coat of vegetable oil is died down from the smoke, so we're gonna layer another coat. What I did was I did turn down the griddle because it was extremely hot. And again, you have to be very, very careful. So I'm just making sure I cover every speck of the top. And just want to have that nice thin layer. And you'll notice that it's smoking again. And we're just going to keep this going. And we're going to keep applying until you can tell that it's got a nice coat of oil on it. And it's going to be seasoned properly. Okay, now I'm going to put a third layer on. And I'm just putting a little. That's my third layer of oil. And as you can tell, it's starting to smoke up again. I've got the griddle on low now, and I want to just bake that stuff in. Okay, we're going to apply more oil to it. Now eventually the sides will also start to turn dark, but you're really just looking for this bottom part to get that nice beautiful color. The tongs help to keep it to keep your hands from getting burned. If you have heavy gloves, it'd probably be a good time to use them because it's getting really super hot here now. I just put a little more vegetable oil on, and this is going to be my last coat that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to turn off the griddle. I'm going to let it cool down for about an hour, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to cook some onions and maybe some chives, and I'm going to basically cook that stuff down just to give it a season. You can use bacon, what have you. It's almost anything can happen. But if I do use onions or chives, it's going to I'm just going to cook them and then throw them away. Going to probably cook them down to almost burning them, if not burning them. And that's about it. About another 3 or 4 minutes. We're at about a 45-minute mark for the whole process that we're doing. With the seasoning part, remember it took probably about 20 minutes or so to burn off the factory oil. So I'll see you in about an hour, and we'll start cooking some of the other stuff. Okay, I'm back. I turned off the griddle, let it cool down, and then I went and chopped up some a yellow or sweet onion and some green onion, and I've got some chives, and I'm just going to cook that off, and that's just going to help season it. Some people say that you need to only do bacon, or you only need to do this and that. It doesn't matter what you use, as long as you cook something on it, and it's just going to help adding to the flavor of your griddle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get all that stuff on there. Doesn't matter how it's chopped. It just needs to be put on there. Now I like the chives. The chives will burn. Guaranteed they'll burn, because if you're going to leave them on too long. But what I really like is the smell that it makes when you're seasoning. So what I want to do is just break up all the onion and things like that. Like I said, doesn't need to worry about how big it is. You just want to cook on it, so you want to spread this all around. What's also nice too about the griddle is don't worry about cutting on it. Not going to hurt it. So if you got something that's a little too big and you just want to chop it down a little bit, it won't hurt it a bit. See, I can cut straight on there, and it's not going to hurt it. My Blackstone 22-inch griddle arrived today. I took it out of the box, I put it together, and then I immediately started seasoning. What I did first was I turned on the griddle and I let it burn off the factory oil. Get rid of that factory oil, you don't want it on there. And then I went and took vegetable oil and seasoned the grill. I took my paper towel, I wiped it, and I did this like 4, maybe 5 times, and then I started getting a nice dark color. Now as you use your grill, it's just going to get darker and darker and darker, and it's going to be beautiful, just like a cast iron. I shut down my grill, let it cool down for about an hour, and then I came back with these onions and started cooking these on the top, which is also adding a layer of flavor there. And it's turning out very, very nice. And I'm also getting the color that I'm looking for. So I hope this helped you with seasoning your 22-inch griddle. You can do this on the 36 or the other griddles that they have. I'm just tickled to death that I can start using this.